name is Tonnieo Graves. I am from Detroit, Michigan, but I live in Saginaw, Michigan. I, what I like to do for hobbies, I love advocating for individuals in the community. And I love spending time with friends and family. And I love watching football. Go Bulldogs, go Wolverines. A peer mentor is someone with a developmental disability who has experienced life achievement goals and who's also receiving services through the community mental health, or who did receive services through the community mental health. And I was one of the peer mentors that actually got asked to be a peer mentor back in 2012. What I do for advocating is I go out and advocate for individuals that are not able to speak amongst themselves, or who has a hard time speaking to the community about what's their main concern about what's going on in the community. I got my place because of the fact that I have a mental illness on top of having a learning disability. So I receive community mental health services, and there's a program called Shelter Plus program. And what they do is, if you are critically homeless, they pay 100% of your rent. And if you have a job, they pay 35% of your rent. I'm part of a group called SAVE, which is a ministry program upstairs in the shelter. And the pastor approached me and said, "Did you hear about our program that we have?" And the program was talking about how they help you with your rent and they pay your light and gas utility bills and everything. And I said, "No, I didn't know about that program." And so so I called the lady up back last October, and she said, "We have a opening for you. Do you think you'd be willing to take it?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll be willing to take it." So I took it, and they found me a place to live. And now I live on my own with my own apartment and everything, with everything included. Oh yeah, there's a lot of barriers. I'm gonna tell you, one of the biggest barriers is transportation. That's the hardest one because a lot of us don't drive. And trying to get from point A to point B is very hard and difficult. Like, I have a caregiver, and she works a 16-hour shift on top of coming to see about me. And I have to wait until she gets done with work in order for me to get to where I need to get to. I was telling them to first start working on transportation first, because that's one of the biggest barriers that they have. Secondly, I was telling them to work out with the homeless people also, because that's another barrier. There are so many people that are homeless in Michigan right now. It's a shame. I was one of the ones who was homeless for 2 years until I got my own place. I would say, help us. We're people just like you are. We are not just a disability. We're individuals out here trying to make a difference, to help better our lives, to help others better their lives. And one of the key things we have to do is advocate for ourselves. And if we don't advocate for ourselves, our voices will not be heard.